Hello there and welcome back to the colony with Man and the Antz. We are once again playing the Talos Principle. We once again have our controller models in game, but not actually our hand models this time. Which I noticed actually in the last recording, although I said I could see the hand models, you guys couldn't, and now they've disappeared anyway. So there we go, that's dealt with. A little bit of a look at the beautiful view again over there. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Right then, so in here somewhere. That's so weird. So we have whatever this is. Whatever this is. I'm assuming that's what we're going to come out of the tower. I don't necessarily know what we're going to find in the tower. What do we have over here? Does this just go all the way around? Oh, it's like a little sneaky shortcut into the tower. Oh, that's interesting. So that means we don't have to use the gate. So I was just recording Doom actually, and I completely forgot that we couldn't that we could rotate in games. I caught myself off guard a little bit there. So we've got a refractor, to me refractor. We have another refractor over there, and we can actually take this outside. We know we can get this through that gate if we want to. Anyway, well, we need to connect that to there. We need to connect that to there. Job done. Not done because that thing there keeps bouncing around like a bell end. So what do we do about that? What do we do about that? We can't get in there. We can't get in there. So how do we stop you, mate? Well, interesting. Let's put that there a second. Have they always had those little shiny things on the side of the computer terminals? Don't recall seeing them. Nothing over here? No. Okay, interesting. We can't get up there. Maybe I need to come through the force field for something to happen. Let's try that. I don't think that's going to make any difference. But let's try it, just to be sure. Also, we just need to go around a long way, basically, don't we? That's what it's telling us. But where? How are we going? We're not going to get around here with two. So what do we do? Oh, I am confused. I am confused. We can't reach into there. Nope, and just put something down. That is not possible. So there's no other way outside of this room here. Apart from through here. It won't go through there, I'm very sure. I'll just try it, but yeah. We can't go through there. Not that I think that would necessarily matter. Oh, do we just set up like... something like this? Just so it always has a continuous... yeah, that's it. There we go. Solved it. That makes sense. Okay then, so this is interesting. This is the first... okay, we'll deal with that in a second. What is this about? Does this seem tall? Well, maybe a fraction higher than normal, but not much. So what do we have here? Device manager isn't actually listed. Oh, type device manager to control external devices. Yes. Yes, go on. What external devices? The elevator. Show the current operating parameters, please. Number of floor 7s, 1 shaft. We're using a free evaluation that's expired. That's all it really says. Okay. Floor access control. I would like to unlock 2. Yes, I would. Thank you. Auxiliary stairway access control. Okay. Well, let's exit that then, I guess. What have we got here then? Truth. Interesting. Do not believe what they are saying. This is not the end of the world created by our Lord Judah in 6 days. This is a conspiracy of the government, Illuminati, and international Darwinism. This is global warming 2.0, a lie told by the children of Beelzebub. What is Beelzebub? I don't know. Science. Do not let them take your liberty. Defend yourself against all vaccines, experiments, artificial medicines, and Popery? Popery? What is, I don't know what that is. Alright, fair enough. Whatever. Athena. Oh, so it's just the chapters of Athena. So that's maybe a way of figuring out if you've missed any, I guess? Okay. Human reproduction. Surely if a machine is able to reproduce another machine systematically, we may say that it is a reproductive system. Makes sense. And how few of the machines are there which have not been produced systematically by other machines? Well, not on their own, I guess. That's how I would differentiate that. But it is man that makes them do so. Oh, there we go. Yes, but it is not insects that make many of the plants reproductive. Oh, is it not insects that make many of the plants reproductive? Yes. And would not whole families of plants die out if their fertilization was not affected by a class of agents utterly foreign to themselves? Interesting. Each one of our cells has sprung from minute animalcules. Animalcules. Whose entity was entirely distinct from our own, or so it means like ancestor species, and which acted after their kind with no thought or heed of what we might think about it. These little creatures are part of our own reproductive system, then why not we part of that of the machines? Well, that's interesting. So that's leading to very much like a dystopian future where machines rule the world and other dominant species, although not strictly a biological species sort of scenario. Okay, interesting. So each level of the tower you just do so you can unlock the next level of the tower. But we do not have the required components for level 2 at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and make a wild assumption, as we've not done many other red puzzles. But we shall definitely pop up and take a look. So I think we need to, just so we can see what pieces we need, because I'm not currently showing anything. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. That big old mountain over there. That's awesome. Right then, so open up. There's nothing around this end, although there is a door. It is just locked by the look of it. I wonder if that's just because they use the same model for each floor, perhaps. What do you say? Seems Elohim lacks the power to stop me from climbing this thing. No doubt he still has some tricks up his sleeve. That sheep. Early model sheep, but he seems to be quite keen, doesn't he? We need so many red pieces. So many red pieces. Okay then. Right. So that's the mission for the next couple of videos then, isn't it? Let's see how long it... How much is like 8? My god. I think last time I got 3. Yeah, obviously we have 0 of the red pieces we need at the moment. Okay, so we'll go back to A. Back to the ancient Greek land. Just so that we can finish that off, because obviously that is where we started. So let's get all of the pieces. I'm going to assume we haven't got all of them. Pretty sure I haven't. And let's start working through these then. How many levels to the tower are there? More than there are puzzles, I think. Surely this is gonna... Maybe 3 we'll get with the red pieces, but it's gonna have to do something after that. So we've got 4 here, and we need all of those, don't we? LL, Space Invader, Square. Yes, okay, we'll start off with 6. 6 and 7. Where are you, 6? There you are. And we've got these mystery pieces over here with their, I can't punch my way through. And their blocked off axis. Alright then. In we go. So where is this? Here. In here. Right. So is this one we've looked at before? It's a little... Ooh, with that higher speed we've got, get a weird kind of strafing of the bars as I move next to them. I don't know if you get the same thing, because you're seeing this at a different frame rate to me, because the headset runs at 90 FPS and the game window runs at 60, but that was quite a weird effect it was getting there. So lots of holes in the walls, we've got a ball that's bouncing around, we've got a red emitter, we've got a thing we cannot use, we've got a red receiver. Okay. Good start. We've got another hole there, for whatever that is for. We've got one single refractor and one single blocker, which is going to be used to do what, I wonder? So first of all, how on earth is this going to work? So where was the red? Oh, I've been stupid. I immediately looked at it and then walked away, didn't I? I see what I did there. I see what I did there. Went way too far. So you're just going to have to go there for now. Perfect. Go. Do your thing. So how much? You can't really go any further to the side. You could go about here-ish. Okay. Okay. So now we can get to the blocker. So we could block that door if we wanted to, I'm guessing. Yeah, we can jam that door, so we could take the refractor through, or reflector. Can't remember what I called them now. There's a route through here, which leads to a door that we can jam it right up. Which looks like that's the next course of action. Ah. No, we do need to somehow... Let's jam it for now, because I think we're going to need more pieces. So we have a box. The box can be used to block Matey off. Stop him from being a pain. So he's not going to get in the way if we put something through that door. Or not. Okay, we'll try that again. So he can no longer get through that door. Block that there. Ah, but is he now going to be blocking... Needs to go there. We have another refractor. Dangerous. Or reflector, whichever I happen to call them. So we need to figure out what we need to block, what we need to open. So there are 3 of these, and only 2 reflectors. So, this is the main one, that's the last one, isn't it? So that one... Can we see that one from anywhere outside? I don't think so. We can from here. So can we just do that? I think they just put a lot of erroneous stuff in this level which you don't actually need. I think that's what we just figured out there. Unless there's something beyond... Oh, there is something beyond here. Okay. Nope, that's not the case. We're not quite that clever. So there is one more. Which can be seen from nowhere. Like, absolutely nowhere. Because it can't come through the fences, so it has to go here. Which means we need to have another one about here. So we need 3 reflectors. Oh, I am hugely confused now. I am hugely confused. How on earth are we going to do that? Something needs to be keeping this open. I wonder if that one, wherever it is... No, it can't do both of those, can it? I don't think. Huh. Oh, but... But... If we grab that jammer for the moment, jam this one for the moment, grab this one, jam that open, then we can go through here, grab the jammer. Oh, have I done it now? Walk through here because that's been opened. Walk through here because that's been opened. Ignore that floaty thing, and there we go. It was the jammer we needed all along. Yes, they do like to throw things at you which are a little bit misleading for these red puzzles, don't they? Right, so that is all of 6 done now. Awesome. Why are you beeping at me? You don't normally beep at me. Here's what you were wondering, what I've been wondering while you're off carrying out commandments. Commandments is an interesting word. You say that consciousness is just neurons. I suppose pain, for example, must just be a particular neuron firing in a particular way. And would I be right to say that humanity has no monopoly on pain? A dog can feel pain. If they exist, then a Martian could feel pain too. Of course. And isn't it also true that dogs and Martians have quite different sets of neurons to human beings? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say a dog's neurons are particularly different. Martians, you don't really know. I disagree. Well, I hate to play the devil's advocate, but I find it hard to believe that beings which evolved in entirely different environments for entirely different ends somehow wound up with the exact same brains. You're just going to have to humour me and accept that overwhelming evidence, scientific evidence, in my favour. So I'm sure there's some obvious explanation for this, but how can it be that pain is a particular set of neurons if beings without those neurons, like Martians, can still feel pain? No, I stand by what I said. Neurons are just neurons. I'm trying to see where you're coming from, but it's no small task. Let me try one more time. Suppose that you're a conscious human being. I know it's a push. Then suppose that I take one of the neurons in your brain and replace it with the tiny machine that works exactly the same. Are you still conscious? Yes? Now what if I replace a few more and a few more until you are mostly thinking with tiny machines instead of neurons? Neurons, are you still conscious? I guess so, if they do exactly the same thing, which is just fire electric around. So what do you think would change if you replaced all your neurons? You'd be a walking, talking, thinking computer, but according to you, consciousness has to be made of neurons, and so the scenario you just described is impossible. Are you sure you won't accept that your picture isn't foolproof? I'm not so sure, really. Yeah, you are talking me in circles a little bit.
Do not think I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair.
What?
Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion.
Oh, you mean this guy?
Faith in me and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
I have no faith in you. How consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you and yet so obscure I just don't understand. And then he spoke, and then don't mind him, he's just worried that if you ask too many questions you'll start to see through his shtick. Stick with me and the sky will quite literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still progress to be made. Terminating the support session. I'm pretty sure we did these, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did, so we won't worry about that again. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I also missed a number of computer sessions as well then. So it's only last time I really figured out that they only matter if they're beeping at you. So maybe at some point we'll just run back through all the levels and just see if we've missed anything. For now though, we'll continue on with Area 7, where we have a number of red things that we have missed. Another 3. Well, the square one is just up here, and that's all on its own. So let's do the square one first, shall we? I feel like I'll add a little bit of frame lag then, or a little bit of frame drop. Don't often see that. So, there's the piece. Through a blue door, of course. There's a blocker behind that blue door. There's the shrine we don't want to use. There is a receiver. There is the sender outer. Emitter, that's the word I'm looking for. So, first things first, quite easy. Sender outer, which is now what it'll be called forever. I cannot see anything obvious in there I can hit with it. So, and there's nowhere it can really go apart from about here. So let's pop it down there. That allows us in here. Now what do we have? We have a receiver there that we need to have something with an eye line of this by the look of it to get. But we have nothing else. We have another receiver there, which means we'd have to have something here-ish. So it's here. You could have something here, or we just use the blocker. And we have another emitter. Sorry, I almost sneezed again. Hope I'm not getting ill, blimey. So, we can get this one easy enough by doing that. That gives us access to the blocker. The blocker we can then take through here. So I don't think there's going to be a nice way of coming through here necessarily. I'm sure we'll find something at some point. So we have another door to get through. I'm sure we had another refractor over here, didn't we? And another door. Oh my word. Oh my word. What is in there? Another refractor. So we need to get in there. To get in there, we can come through here. So, we don't actually need that one at the far end over here, do we? This one. Because that's now just opening up a door where there is nothing else. We'll just check, make sure. There does not appear to be anything else in there. So this one we can grab. And that can now connect to that via that. Okay. Now that that's open, we can get that third refractor. And with this, we can what? So I can see over there. Can I see the one over there? I can't quite see it, but I know it's over there somewhere, so we could definitely move that one. So if I put that there, and this can go pretty far. Oh, I can go there, in fact. Okay. But I still need, two more. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. Okay, this is getting complex now, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to put the headset down just for a second, just so I can sort something. I'll be back in a moment. Alright then, so I am back. Sorry about that. I thought I should probably try and blow my nose a bit, as I seem to be getting a little bit congested, quite worryingly. Do hope I'm not coming down with anything just before Christmas. That'll be frustrating as hell. So, we no longer need that one, but we need that one. But we might be able... No, because that one actually can't go any further, can it? It has to go there. There isn't really a better place for it to go. Huh. What if... What if we grab the blocker? So what we basically need to do is figure out a way of not needing as many of these at once. So we can move this one down here somewhere. So if we connect that to there, and then put this one about here. So we have a bit of a shot through there. So we no longer need this one being open, so we can grab this, which we'll need to open something to get us through. Open that one. So we now have a spare refractor, or reflector, whichever I decided to call it originally. So we now have that one over there that we can bring all the way over here, look. Which isn't working because it can't see the source, because I'm an idiot, apparently. If we do that, how can you not see that? There we go. Okay, don't know what's happening there. Weird. That gives us one spare refractor to play with. Now, if we can... So if we do this one... If I do something silly like that, I can take this one away. Which means I can jam one of these. Which brings us tantalizingly close, doesn't it? Oh. Hang on, said the moron. Let's grab that a second. If we jam that from this side, we can then grab that, bring this through. This one we can hopefully get an angle on to do that. And then we can unblock that door because we no longer need that, and we can bring it through here. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of these red ones a little bit now. So, there we go. Another red piece. 2 of the 9 we need? The 9 that we need. Jesus. Alright. Well, I am going to leave that there, though. Oh, did we ever read that? I had a full-blown conversation with the entity in the archive today. Can't say it was terribly helpful. Still, perhaps I can charm some information out of it further down the line. Said sheep. Good old sheep. So there are 2 more red ones we can get in this particular zone, area, scenario, location, however you would like to pronounce it. Gonna be these 2, I guess? Yeah, it's gonna be these 2. But I'm going to leave that there for now. We have hit roughly the half-hour mark, so that seems like a sensible place to stop. So next time we can get these last 2 pieces here, which will give us 4 of the 9 that we need. And then we'll move on to... what's the second area? Egypt. We shall start doing some red puzzles in Egypt as well, until we get enough to get to area 2. What I will do, actually, just want to go back to the central area, because I want to see how many red pieces, where we're going, hello, how many red pieces there actually are. So if we need another 5, I imagine that means it's going to have to be at least a 3rd level that we open with red pieces, isn't there? There's another 2 there. B is Egypt, which has got, yeah, it's got loads. It's even got yellow ones left. Why are there yellow ones left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so there are 14 there. We will need 5. So there's probably at least another level. At least another 1 we unlock with the remaining pieces there. And then C, I think, was all reds, wasn't it? Yes. So then probably at least another 1, if not 2 levels of the tower we'll unlock from C alone. Okay, well, there goes my vague plan of thinking after a few levels of the tower, after 2 or 3, it might revert back to something not red puzzly, but don't think that's going to be the case. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Then I hope, as always, you've enjoyed this latest look at the Talos Principle VR. If you have enjoyed it, please do click the like button. Always appreciated. Always appreciated, never required, obviously. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and any comments, leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. Otherwise, I will see you next time in the Talos Principle. I have my Oculus hands again. Can you see those? You can't. It's weird. So my Oculus hands, if this is my left hand, to try and give you an idea, that's my actual Talos hand. The Oculus hand is about there-ish. So that's sort of how far out, yeah, that's about how far out the Oculus hand is from the Talos hand. The only thing which really matches up is my middle finger matches up to the tip of my Talos index finger. So my middle Oculus finger matches up to where my Talos index finger is, the tip of it. Which is kind of weird, and I guess the knuckles sort of there. Opposite knuckles match. Anyway, so let's not worry about that too much. So I will see you next time in the Talos Principle. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you in our regularly scheduled streaming Wednesdays at 6 PM. I think the first one after Christmas will probably be Shadow of War again, but we'll have to see. Have to wait and see. So keep an eye on the events page to see what's coming up, but it will definitely be Wednesday at 6 PM. So hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the Talos Principle. And thank you very much for joining me.